Hey friend, Sean from Draft Therapy here, and on today's review for you, if this is a dream, don't wake me up. Double Dry Hopped Oh Dream is a 6.2% IPA from Other Half Brewing in Brooklyn, New York. I was first able to try the Double Dry Hopped Oh Dream at the Nucleate Festival in Ann Arbor, and it was one of my favorites of that fest. But like most fests, I think it's really hard to get a good idea after a while of what you really liked about a beer and what you thought was a miss, because you're trying a bunch of different beers in that one really short period of time. And after a while, things get a little, let's say, hazy. So as you can imagine, I was really happy I was able to get a can of this, because that means not only can I get a clean taste of it without all that other hullabaloo going around, but I can also bring it to you. So let's take a look at the can, the label, and we'll see what's inside right after that. So on the front here, they also have a regular Oh Dream, which is not the double dry hop variety. I'm not sure the ABV on it, but it's got a green label. And here with the double dry hopped Oh Dream, it's got this pink and red purple kind of label. It just says Oh on the front here. And it also says Other Half Oh Dream, double dry hopped oat cream India Pale Ale, 6.2% alcohol by volume, and that's 16 fluid ounces. Brewed by Other Half Brewing Company, and then their address, 195 Center Street, Brooklyn, New York. And it's got their logo, their Other Half logo, which is like an O with a little H in there, two O's, almost like an infinity symbol turned sideways with an H right there in the middle. So we're going to go ahead and crack this open. I'm going to use my Trillium glass here, a nice big Rostal glass. Ooh, makes a nice sound. We're going to go ahead and crack this open. And give it a nice nose out of the can here. Ooh, smells nice and hoppy. You know, on their website, they listed the different hop varieties, and I can't for the life of me remember what those were. But it's got a real it's got a nice citrusy kind of scent to it. It's a little bit dank, a little bit, you smell kind of that hoppiness in there. Let's go ahead and pour it. Wow, nice and hazy coming out, like a yellow hazy and a nice yellow hazy color collecting in the glass here. And that has a nice little head. It looks very much like orange juice. It's got that really nice, bright yellow, orangey color. Around the sides is yellow because of the way the lights are set up in here. It's really light on the outside. In the middle, it's a little bit darker, but yeah, it looks beautiful. It's got a nice head that kind of dissipated, but the head that is here is still kind of lingering. It's holding up to the light. Yeah, hazy as all get out, not transparent at all. I can barely see the whoa. I can barely see the shadow through this beer, and that's always a good sign. So let's go ahead and give it a better scent, better nose here. Wow, that smells really good. It smells very orangey. You get a lot of mango out of that. Tropical fruit, nice tropical scent out of it. I'm gonna go ahead and dive in and give it a drink here. Wow. Yeah, that is very good. Up front, getting some mango, getting tropical fruit, very up front, very juicy up front. And then it kind of hits the peak of your tongue, hits the soft palate, and then it gets this maltiness, this bitterness, this citrusy bitterness, but also this maltiness that kind of mixes in there that kind of adds this bit of a kind of definitely citrus bitterness. That maltiness adds in there, though. And that hits at the very tail end. It's like it's at the finish line, right? So as you're making that sprint down the racetrack and you're trying to get to the end as fast as possible, so it starts off with a nice juiciness, a nice citrus juiciness. You get the tropical fruit, you get maybe a little bit of pineapple in there, some mango, some orange, and then it kind of subsides. Hangs out in your mouth, it subsides, and then you get the maltiness is kind of in there real quick, and then that fades out really nicely into this citrus kind of bitterness at the tail end. I can't say I'm picking up any kind of real hoppy bitterness other than the citrus, but then that subsides really nicely, and you just get this nice kind of creamy mouthfeel, just kind of lingering taste in the background. Definitely a nice creamy mouthfeel, and I appreciate that. I'm going to reaffirm. Of course, I don't remember everything I had at that festival, but this is a really great beer. This rivals. I mean, here in Michigan, we have, obviously Old Nation. A lot of people consider those to be the best of like the New England style IPAs. This is a double dry hopped IPA, so it kind of has that same kind of juiciness that an Old Nation has. It's very much on par, maybe a tiny bit better than in my ranking. I still think that. I think Boss Tweed for Michigan, New England's is like the standard that everybody tries to attain in that style, that really juicy, sweet kind of style. This is really close to that, and it's different in a separate set of ways that make it just as good. So Oh Dream double dry hop from Other Half. This is, like I said before, it was my favorite from the fest, and I can totally see why. It's just a really tasty, really nice and smooth IPA. It's got subtle bitterness, but it's just enough bitterness in there to let you know that it's there, and it doesn't overpower everything like a West Coast IPA. That bitterness kind of takes over the whole thing. This kind of has that nice, smooth, creamy bitterness to it, creamy mouthfeel. The whole package is just wrapped together, and the aftertaste is there. It's really nice and light, and it just makes you want to come back for some more. All right, friends, this is double dry hopped Oh Dream. Have you had this or any other beers from Other Half, or maybe you just had the original Oh Dream? Let me know what you thought in the comments down below, and while you're down there, don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to the channel if you like what you see here. I also put up Michigan beer content twice a week, and I'll throw in one of these bonus non-Michigan beer reviews once in a while on Wednesdays every couple weeks for viewers just like you. You can also find links to my social media, my merch, some Amazon links to some different gear that I use for these videos, and a link to my blog at drafttherapy.com. So until next time, I'm Sean from Draft Therapy. Thanks for stopping by, and remember, drink craft beer, support your local breweries wherever they are, and most importantly, don't forget to treat yourself to a little draft therapy. Thanks for watching. Cheers.